Alright, back for the final round. I don't love this hand, but I think it's good enough to keep. Chief is pretty nice with the Aviator. We have two solid 3 drop that we can play. Yeah, again, not a huge fan, but probably good enough. Drawing a black is not the worst. Uh, I hope I don't draw too many more lands, but yeah, I mean, hand is looking fine. Avia, ugh. Uh, I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's gonna be quite difficult to beat. The deck doesn't have I mean, my deck doesn't have match removal. At least flyers are pretty good against Avia in general. Maybe I can raise her, but that's gonna be tough. Clean sleeve artisan. Ooh, that's not gonna be an easy one. I guess if we draw our Dayang or something along those lines, we might be fine, but yeah, this game is not looking super good right now. Okay, we got the Dayang. Now, do we want to use that now? I mean, Avia becomes really threatening when she makes 5-5 or things bigger than that. I don't really mind my opponent making a servo though. So I wonder if I should not just play a 3 drop. Now I don't know which one I should play. Yeah, I think playing a 3 drop is better than killing that now. Best case scenario, you can play a 3 drop, then play the Thopter, and then on turn 5 play the other 3 drop and kill Avia. Now, well, none of the 3 block can block the Artisan very well, so I guess that makes things a little bit easier. But still, I don't really know. Chief means I deal 1 less damage next turn, but I can use it to block potentially a 2-2 that my opponent might play. I feel like, well, the issue with Chief is that if my opponent has an artifact removal, it's really bad for me. If they have something like, yeah, it's kind of the same thing all in all. Like if they somehow have a appetite for the unnatural or the 1 mana fragmentize, playing Chief is worse. But if they have something like revoke privileges, playing the Chief is better because you don't really want to revoke privileges on the Chief. I don't know, I feel like it's pretty close. Maybe Drake is slightly better because then they cannot use an artifact removal. That being said, if my opponent spends their next turn, I mean, he or she spends his or her next turn, killing my thing and not doing much else, I'm fine. Avia is attacking, so my opponent has a Trick. I don't think I love trading the Chief of the Foundry for a Trick. Don't love taking one either, but I don't think it's the end of the world. But we'll have to worry when we will want to play Dayang, I guess. Not sure what trick it might be. Maybe blocking and making sure that... Well, now Avia is boosted, so now we're probably gonna lose to that. Okay, that could save us. Alright, well... Now we might have a shot because obviously this is very good with Aviator. Can I afford to attack? I'm taking 6 next turn if they attack with everything because I don't have any good block really. Down to... Yeah, I think I can attack. Maybe the turn after that I will not attack. Eliminate the competition might make us come back in this game. Impeccable timing, alright. That's the thing they had. They did not have a trick, they had impeccable timing. So now I'm probably gonna take 5, or I might even block Avia actually, if they attack with her. They might have impeccable timing and a trick too, that could be an option. Yeah, looks like that's what they have here. Yeah, I don't think we want to block it right now. I mean, I might take some damage that I could avoid, but the fact that Chief makes my 2 Thopter bigger next turn is kind of important and might really change the way my opponent will attack. So I think it's slightly better. Next turn I have to make some blocks though, probably. which is kind of bad because I wanted to eliminate the competition. Yeah, this game is not going super well. My opponent has a very aggressive start. I don't really understand the point of dealing 2 damage when they could have just made a 3-3. That seems better than dealing 2 damage in general. I'd be surprised if they attack with everything here. Yeah, only these 2. Hmm. Probably just gonna block here. I don't think my opponent is very likely to use a pump spell. If they want to use a pump spell just to kill my aviator, fine. If they have nothing, fine. Double blocking here seems kinda not good. Yeah, if they want to spend something here, no problem. It's probably gonna be... Ooh, 2 mana, alright. Acrobatic maneuver. Okay, not exactly what I expected. Pretty happy that since they did that, they will not be able to use Avia, at least the 5 mana ability. Alright, alright. Yeah, my opponent had a very good start, but I think we might be able to come back with eliminating the competition. At least I hope so. Aerial responder. Yeah. Yeah, I think this should be pretty good. So we can kill this, that, and that. Sacking those 3 cards. And now the opponent is left with 1 card in hand. I have a better board than they do, and I have 4 very solid cards in hand. We are at 6, but I think we should be good. Weird game though. I mean, if they just play something like a Riparian Tiger here, the 4-4 that, or even a Pima Outrider as a 4-4, that's kind of bad. Though I guess, well, we have a Renegade Freighter. Well, it's not the end of the world. Torch Gauntlet, not really what I want. I kind of want to play the Innovator and try to draw land. I could also Windrake and Die Young. Could play the Freighter, which is fine. Give me a pretty solid blocker. I could play Freighter, kill the Seed Sculptor. It's probably the safest play all around. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to kill the Sculptor, but I don't really want to take extra damage if they want to attack for some reason. Like, I feel like if this game goes long enough, I'm gonna win because I have a pretty good card advantage here. Especially since the Nimble Innovator draws a card. So, if I can avoid to take some damage, I will. Okay, 7th land from my opponent is good news for me. If they don't have any Removal or Trick, they don't have any good attack here. Looks like they have something to play though. Hopefully not something too big. 4 mana, Engineered Might. Do I die here? I think I do. Yup, it's gonna be enough, unfortunately. Because this is what, a 5-4? 5-4 means I take... No, actually I'm not dead. Unfortunately I have to chump block, but I go down to 1. Either I go down to 1, either I'm bad at math. We'll see. I mean, going down to 1 is pretty bad, and losing the Freighter is really bad too, but we are not dead. I think if I had played the Innovator, we would have lost though. So, turns out the play I made last turn was at least decent. Okay, I think we want to lead with Innovator. And also, if I hadn't killed the Seed Sculptor, we would have died, so... Alright, well, that was kinda good. Now we are still in trouble though. Windrake, alright. And we have to chump block the Outrider next turn if they attack with both. Which I think they will do. No, no attack. Okay, that's surprising, I would say. Now, what do we want to do? Snake or Double Drake? I feel like Double Drake will give us enough toughness to not die to... I mean, if they have another Might, I think I'll lose. But other than that, it's gonna pretty much give us enough things to block with. And then I can play the Snake and start attacking with Drake, where the Snake is not really gonna be attacking soon. So this costs 5, so I can equip a Drake. Well, actually I should play the Snake first in case something dies mid-combat. Yeah, because if somehow my opponent kills the Chief of the Foundry in the middle of the combat and then I cannot play the Snake, this might cost me the game, so I might as well do it now. And we actually have a pretty fast clock here and a pretty solid board, so... Like, the opponent has 2 turns to kill us, basically, or deal with what we are doing. And it looks like they are slowly flooding out, luckily enough for us. I don't think there is any reason to attack with the Snake already. I think we want to put the opponent down to 8 and then play the Enthusiast, make 2 tokens because they are 2/2. And now we have a pretty solid board, which even an Engineered Might would not be able to defeat. And next turn we can attack for 11 points of damage. Inspired Charge, well, that's not good enough, but it's nice to show me that, I guess. We'll be blocking very safely here because my opponent could have a pump spell. This has trample, so if I block here and they give that +2/+2, I die. So I think I want to block with at least these. There's no +3/+3 in white, I think. But yeah. The point was, I think in the end I would have blocked this with Serpent, Innovator and Chief. Well, maybe not Chief, and the other one with the other creatures. But the point is, you should not just block with the Snake, because if they have +2/+2, you die for no reason. And they might have had that. Okay, blue-white, I mean white-green aggro. Seems like a very good deck. Avia, pretty aggressive, Inspired Charge. Might could be tough to beat. That was a close game, and on the turn where I almost played the Innovator, if I had done that, I would have lost right away. I think this is another matchup where we want Rush of Vitality over Torch Gauntlet because we are not the aggressor, we are the control player, if you will. Maybe some creatures, either Tradewind can be decent, but I want to side that once I saw at least one Revoke Privileges. Just bouncing some of their creatures doesn't seem too exciting. I think I might want the Club Security. The 3/4 body is pretty good at blocking their 3/3, which the green-white deck tends to have quite a lot of. Now, well, I'm gonna play that. I think Serpent is good because it really blocks everything, and in my deck it costs something like 5 or 4, so it's actually a pretty good play, I think. What do we want to cut for the Club Security? Maybe a Windrake? Yeah. It's kind of clunky to cut a 3-drop to play a 4-drop when I'm... it's probably not right. That being said, again, the 3-4 body I think is quite good in this matchup. Close call. Yeah, I think I still want to go with that. 3-4 is also nice because it dodges the impeccable timing that we saw. So yeah, it feels kind of weird when you're on the draw against an aggressive deck to cut a 3-drop to put a 4-drop, but I think the 4-drop is better. Hand is kind of slow, but Eliminated Competition is probably one of my best cards in the matchup, and we have a turn 2 Theorist, which is also a pretty good defensive card, so I think it's a keep. Artistry is also an easy way to come back in a game if you fall behind. Just hope that my opponent doesn't have a start that's so aggressive that I never get to 5 or 6 mana. And for the competition to be good, I would need to draw a couple creatures in the meantime. Okay, no to drop is something I love to see here. We also drew the second blue for the competition, which is really great. So I like how this is going. Artisan probably fabricating on itself. Otherwise, a 2/2 and a 1/1 cannot really attack through the other Theorist. That would make sense. We drew a Freighter. Alright. Not bad. Not exactly. I mean, it's a great card. And again, it's one of the best things you can play on turn 3 in this set, but in this matchup, on the draw, not exactly what I love to see. I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna complain. It's a good 3-drop. I'm happy that I was able to drop that, and certainly better than nothing. But yeah, slightly worse when you're on the defensive, obviously. Probably a Pima Outrider here for my opponent. That would not surprise me. Aerial Responder. Okay. Let's loot. I mean scry, not loot. I don't think we might need a 6 land at some point for the artistry, but I don't think we want to keep land on top for that. Yeah, especially since we drew another land. I think we want to drop the Thopter and pass the turn and intend to trade, and if they have a trick, well, they have a trick. And if they try to use a removal on my Thopter before I can block, then I can animate the Freighter and I can block the Artisan. Like if for example they want to revoke privileges on the Thopter or hunt the weak, I can animate the Freighter, and I'd be happy to trade my Freighter for the Artisan. I mean, it's not always the case, but here I would be happy enough, I think. It's kind of clunky because it leaves me with no artifact on the board, which I don't love because of the Artisan. I mean, because of the artistry, but should get there. A 3/4 aerial responder is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think the opponent wants to trade here, because I might not be able to animate that anymore since I don't have any other creature. We'll scry. Looks good enough. It's kind of slow, but this into Eliminated Competition should win most game, and I think we have the time to try to do that. So yeah. Sorry, it's slightly laggy here. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but the game is very slow. We'll pass the turn. We'll be taking 6 next turn, but then we can probably stabilize with the Marionette Master. At least this is the hope. And since we did not trade a Freighter, Artistry is also, producing a second Freighter, which is pretty good. If my opponent has something like an Engineered Might or Inspired Charge and can really deal a lot of damage, we might be in trouble. But if we can just survive a couple turns, the the three rares we have are gonna just take over the game. They are very strong and very good together. I might not want to attack with that because it looks like I might have something, but I don't think they should fear anything. Yeah. So I'll go down to 8, which I don't love, but I can live with. Probably keeping anything that's not a land on top. Copter. I think that's good enough. Yeah, we'll make a master with some tokens. And then I might have to eliminate the competition next turn so I don't die to the responder. If my opponent has a land and Engineer Might, we die to the aerial responder, sorry. But there's nothing I could have done to prevent that, I don't think so. Should not auto-yield. Because I want to block with Freighter here. And if you auto-yield, then it will go to block, and you will not be able to block with your vehicle. And if my opponent kills that somehow at instant speed, not sure how they would do it in white-green, but if this was going to happen, well, then I can just jump block with something, impeccable timing, no problem whatsoever with that. So the plan is to get rid of the opponent's board and then make another Marionette Master, and we should be in a decent spot. Okay, so let's kill this, this, and that, because if we don't kill the patrol, it's gonna grow up to a 3/3, which I don't love. Okay. Pay those mana. Yeah, I think I like the 3/3 more than the servo. I mean, I would have kept the servo if I had no other artifact to copy with the artistry, but since we are playing the copter, we'll have something else to copy, so we should be good. Yup. Master's Trigger. It's gonna be pretty slow to kill the opponent, but since we'll get 2 copters and 2 master, we should end up killing them at some point. White-green doesn't really have any haste creatures, so I feel like I can beat down here. And after this turn, well, we can start beating down with copter, which is really good. We'll have 2 copters. The opponent still has 4 cards in hand, so it's not gonna be an easy game, but I think we should be able to get there. Impeccable timing on the Marionettist would be fine. Yeah. So you have 2 timings. I guess... Yeah. I guess I should not have attacked with that, because now I can copy it and that might cost me the game. But it did not seem very likely that they had a second one. I guess they could have had one. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have just played around that. Yeah. Probably misplay, but I was not really expecting the second impeccable timing. But 1 damage doesn't do a whole lot, and losing the master really hurts. Yeah. Definitely misplays here. Animation module is also very strong and might be very hard to beat. Oh. Yeah, this attack will probably cost us the game. But yeah, now I know they have 2 timing, I guess. Yeah, again, the 1 damage does not matter enough. And even if it's not very likely that they have another one, yeah, that was clearly a misplay. So we could copy that. I think we want to copy Copter though, and probably theorist. Yeah, so we can start scrying and looting each turn. So let's copy this and that. Yeah, having a master here would have been much better. Either way, let's animate the copter, tapping this one that has summoning sickness. Let's beat down. My opponent is very likely to block, but I mostly want to loot. Okay, we can put that in the bean. Well, we have two copters, two ether theories, so we should be able to dig towards something good, but this is not gonna be an easy game. For some reason my opponent just took the damage, which I don't really understand because it's quite obvious that the only thing I want is to loot, and there is no trick that for one blue would punish them for not for blocking, so I don't really get that. Maybe they forgot that this thing has reach. I've seen people forgetting that, myself being the first one. I mean, if the opponent forgets about this ability, the reach, this could really help us winning that game. But we kind of use all of our, good cards here. Like all the rares are have been played. And since we did not get a second master, this is probably gonna be a fairly tough game. I mean, much tougher than it should have been, at least. I don't think we can afford to attack with both Doctor, unfortunately. Because if we do, then we might have to, double block with Thopter and either Theorist on the Outrider. Because we kind of have to block the Outrider, and, well, that's annoying because they can pump it at any point, so yeah, it's not going great. Drawing a lifelinker is really good though. My opponent should just block. I'm trying to loot here. I'm not sure, like, they don't even care if I have a trick and this dies, right? Why would you not block? I don't think they are playing around something. I think they just forgot. That's the only thing I can think of. Unfortunately, I had no counter here. I kind of have to triple block on the Pima Outrider, which I don't love. I guess if they play a creature first and they don't have 3 mana available anymore, then it changes things. Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's really bad for us. Nothing I can do though. I mean, it's not the worst because they cannot really attack here. But still, don't love that. But, top, yeah, that's probably good enough. Yeah, let's drop that first. Let's animate one copter. Yeah, again, I have to leave the other one back to block, unfortunately. I don't think there's any point in looting when you have no card in hand. Oh, and the Theorist is actually an artifact, which I forgot. This is what the artistry does. It makes things into artifacts, so it's a 2/4 now, which is sweet. Not sure what the opponent is doing here. I mean, they could have blocked a couple times earlier, but now there's no good block because it would be a chump block. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know, my opponent has been thinking during blocks for a lot, but this thing has flying, so when it's a 3-3 you can block it with that, when it's a 4-4 you cannot block it anymore, there's no real reason to think about. I don't know what's going on. Alright, finally. And since that thing is a 2-4, which is really good, we can now animate the copter and double block with these two. If they have a trick, we are in bad spot, but I don't think I can beat a trick anyways, so that doesn't change much, to be honest. Could be an engineered might here, which doesn't really kill me. Ooh, Wisp Weaver Angel, that's really bad. How do we beat that? We probably don't. We need to draw something. High Spire Artisan is flickered. Well, actually, we have the Copters to block the Angel. It's not the worst. Yeah. Let's scry. But I feel like I put at least 5 land on the bottom, still drawing some lands. I think this is good enough that I want to keep it. We will loot first though to make sure we don't draw something better. Don't mind trading with the Angel. But yeah, the game is super laggy, I don't know what's going on. Looks like, yeah, it's really slow and clunky. My opponent has no cards left in hand though, which is good for us. But yeah, it's playing super slowly for some reason. Can I please loot? Huh. Actually, I think I like Nimble Innovator more than Operative. Drawing is really good, especially when you have looter. Like, even if I draw land, it's something I can loot away later on. And I don't really need Death Touch that much. It would help me dealing with the Outrider, but I think my board is big enough that I can deal with the Outrider either way. Hope my... yeah. It might be very laggy for my opponent too, because they are responding to what I'm doing very slowly too. I don't know, maybe the servers are just not going well tonight. Okay, not bad. Ninth Bridge Patrol, don't really care about that one. The Angel is attacking, we'll be animating the Copter, tapping the Innovator, and trading, looting. I guess we should have scryed first. It doesn't matter that much actually, I don't think so. I think, yeah, Enthusiast is much better when we have the Chief of the Foundry. Yeah, that's not even a question. Especially since now the game plan might just be to chump block my opponent big creatures until we can kill them with the remaining Copter. A very good draw at this point would be the Aviator, Experimental Aviator. Oh, that was my last cry actually. I don't have any energy left. Alright. Die young. Yeah. So if I die young this, they will put a counter on it. Doesn't really help. So let's animate that, tapping a Theorist. What my opponent might do here is block the Copter with the Artisan, then put a counter, in which case I can kill the Artisan afterwards, which is kinda good. because then they don't have any protection anymore against the copter. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, if it's the game, me, or my opponent, but this game is taking so long. It's kind of boring, like to have to wait between each thing. Why would you do that now? And on the wrong creature. I don't get it. Like, if you want to boost something, that's the artisan. So I would assume at that point it's pretty clear that my opponent forgot this at reach. Don't really get it otherwise. Think we want to kill the patrol. Yeah. Well, Windrake is not even that great. Like, my opponent seems to have forgotten that this thing had reach, but if they suddenly remember, then Windrake just doesn't attack very well. And I feel like killing the patrol before it grows bigger is quite important. Alright. Next card I want to draw is the experimental aviator. That thing would be amazing, giving me 2 flying plus 3 toughness. Animation module on the outrider, making a token. If they attack with the outrider, I'm probably blocking with everything but the chief of the foundry. This way I can play around +2/+2. Since it will get 9 power. We got the aviator, which is great. We should still loot, I think, but yeah, it's not very likely that we get some. No, we cannot get something better. No, there's no way we can get something better, and I think if there's no way you can get something better, then looting is actually not the right play. Yeah, as long as there was one card that's better than what we have, you should loot. But yeah, all the rares are in the graveyard. I don't think there's any card better than that in my... I'm still gonna loot, I think. But now I have to discard that, which would have been a very good draw. Yeah, I think I should just not have looted. It's not the end of the world, though. Yeah, this time they will block. But it's a little bit too late for that. They should have at least saved 6 damage earlier on, or make the artisan 1/5 so it could block the copter. I think yeah, well, this game is not won yet, but I think we might be winning. And if we end up winning, this is definitely not a game we should have won. Because next turn I have 8 power of flyers. Yeah, my opponent is dead. They don't have enough blockers. Because they take, yeah, these, and then they don't have enough blockers. Well, no, actually they can make the last blocker they need, I think. But if I draw a creature, they die. I mean, we'll see. Rush of Vitality. Well, that makes things simpler, I guess. Were they dead? So they take at least 8, so they must block everything else. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other attackers, and they have 6 blockers. So my opponent was not dead here. But this will deal the final damage. Alright, sweet. I don't think this is a game I should have won. And I think attacking with the Marionette Master was a pretty bad play. But somehow we still got there. The deck was really good though. I think this blue-black deck was among the best deck you can draft or ever get in this set. Good colors, maybe a little bit light on Revolt, but not that light. So yeah, good deck. Match were pretty funny. I made some decent play, but I'm unhappy about this attack with the master. It was definitely a misplay. Like you lose nothing. Like one damage is not probably not gonna matter. Where losing the master can really matter. So yeah, that was second Kaladesh draft. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching and see you for another one.